Okay, setting up the trig word problems, that's where we are. Okay, a flight starts at town A. So here we are. This is where we're starting. And we're going to head to B, which is 180 kilometers on a flight north 38 east. So north 38 degrees east. So that's where you can put the 38 degrees. Now, this is very important. Using parallel lines, so if there was a 38 there, okay, using parallel line properties, where else could I put this 38? Do you remember all your things? Alternating exteriors, alternating interiors, corresponding. I can put the 38 there. You see it? It's an alternating interior. Okay, so you can flip-flop the 38. So that's important to transfer it because without that you don't have enough information to solve it. Okay, after stopping at B, the pilot, the plane flies to C, which is 290, and the path is south 33 east. South 33 east. Okay, so you have to know where to put those angles because without them you can't start anything, right? Okay, so what do I have? Do I have any pairs, SAS, or triple S? So that's what the three things I'm looking for. I would say I have SAS. I have SAS. Okay, so if we're going to go from A to C, this is what I want to know. Okay, so x squared equals 180 squared plus 290 squared minus 2, 180, 290 cos of, and what is that all together there? 71? Okay, so calculator time, I'm going to enter it all, and then I'm going to square root. Okay, now I'm not done the question. Were we good though with that? We're matching square root the answer. Okay, it also says if you're going to head from A to C, which bearing direction should you tell your pilot to go? Okay, so let's figure out this using sine law. Do you see how I'm going to get an angle now using sine law? So 287.25 over sine 71 equals 290 over sine A. Okay, so set up a sine law. Okay, times, divide, inverse. Ari, what do you need? Zoomed in? Told you this. You should sit closer. I don't know. I can't really zoom in too much more. Try that. Okay, so I got 72.7. Okay, now we have to tell the pilot how to fly. So when you do bearings for angles, you always say, what am I closer to, the north or the south? So south, I'm closer to south. And I'm going to head south. And then which direction is this? East. So now, how many degrees are in this zone? So what am I going to do there? 180 minus 38 and 72.7. $69.3 degrees east. Okay, so that is the flight path from A to C. I like that question. It had a lot going on. You got your coast law and you got your sine law. Okay, number 8. Dan and Penny are looking up at the same building and they are 40 feet from each other on the ground. Okay, so kind of like that. They're somewhere, they're looking at the same building, and they're 40 feet apart from each other on the ground. When Dan looks up and he tilts his head, it's a 34-degree angle, and when Penny looks up, it's a 37-degree angle. Okay, which placement are you going to have the 34 and the 37? Think about what happens when you walk closer to a building. Think about the angle. Does it get higher or lower? Okay, so looking at me right now, I'm looking up at the corner of the wall and ceiling. So what happens when I move closer? What happens to my angle? Okay, does that make sense? Or if you move farther away. So which angle goes where? That means the 37 there and the 34 has to go there. Okay, if you had switched them, it won't make sense with talking about angles of elevation. Okay, ready? We are trying to figure the building height out. We can assume there's a 90-degree angle on the building and the ground. Can you figure out every angle position for me right now? Just using your basic math. No sine law or cosine law, nothing like that. Just can you get me every angle? First of all, I could start with this one, because the one beside it is 37. So can you get me the other one? So 143. Can you get me the top small angle? 3. And then you can even get the top one in this triangle. 180 minus 90 and 37. Okay, so that's step one, is just get all the angles that you can, so they're all filled in. So what am I going to use to solve this? Do you see any pairs? Do you see any SAS? Do you see any triple S? I have a pair. So I'm going to use that pair. I can't get the side of the building yet. That's not possible for me, because this and this are not in the same triangle. If you're trying to do that, do you see this and this? They're not inside the same triangle as each other. So I'm going to do 34 and that side. I'm going to call it Y. Okay, so there's a sine law pair. So 40 over sine 3 equals y over sine 34. Okay, I'm going to forget about this triangle. I'm done with it. Now what? I have a sine law pair. Okay, I'm going to forget about that triangle. I have a sine law pair again. All right, so now I'm going to go 427.39 over sine 90 and x over sine 37.